Hello and welcome to round 15 of the 2019 Formula Virtual World Championship here from Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. My name's Downton. I'll be joined today by Lilly Westwood.
Buongiorno.
And down in the pit lane, in the place of Robert Mathshaw, Alex Easton.
Alright guys.
Today then, the drivers will be tackling 44 laps of this 7.004 kilometre circuit. Klaas van Snelheid has been the victor here the last 2 years. He's never actually been to Belgium and failed to win. I wonder what will happen today. The Constructors' Championship can be clinched today. Downton will be the champions if they outscore Franklin by 8 or more points. Let's take a look at the grid then and see how they line up. It's Klaas van Snelheid in the best position. He starts on pole position for Downton. Klaas is on the extra soft tyres. Timo Kinnaman alongside him, the lead Franklin. He is on the mediums. A stark difference straight away there on the front row. We've got all 4 tyres in use in today's race. The second row consists of 2 Meteors. Stunning effort from Mario Juan Lopez. He's on the extras as well, as is Lewis Ellington. Ellington is on the medium tyres, so Meteor splitting their strategy. Fifth, Nathaniel Powers. He is the lead runner on the soft tyres. In the second of the Downtons, Adrian Simon lines up 6th. He is also on the softs, as is Enrique Ruiz in 7th. The Franklin driver had a poor qualifying session in which he collided with Elroy Wagner. He starts, therefore down on the 4th row, just ahead of Felix Perez, who is also on the softs. Rounding out the top 10, Perez's teammate, Alexander Zolia, and the second DS Mathshaw of Alar Kanga, both of them on the soft tyres as well. Just outside, in 11th, we've got the lead Phoenix of Sergio Alvarez. Alvarez and Phoenix gambling on the hard tyre. We'll see how that one goes in the cold 9-degree temperatures we've got here today. Vasquez alongside, he is on the mediums. Gabriele Garcia, the lead of the North Stars, on the extra softs from 13th. Will Hoskins and Andromeda, another one to gamble on the hards. He goes from 14th position. 15th is the sole Lucas entry for this round of Carson Davenport. Hutchinson once again failed to qualify. Davenport on the extra softs. Likewise, Johan Halverson alongside him in 16th. 17th is Jean Matson on the extras as well. Likewise, Nikolai Milkovic, the lead of the Chima cars, he is going from 18th position today. Rounding out the top 20, and in 19th we've got Puccio Giordano. Giordano in the Ocelot starts on the mediums. Victor Osberg alongside is on the mediums as well for Lopez. Just outside the top 20, we've got Diego Campos. Campos also on the medium tyres, as is Zylander alongside. Zylander with a disappointing qualifying session. Just couldn't hook a lap together and find himself down in 22nd with a lot of work to do. Hunter Ryan starts from 23rd on the soft tyres. Rodolfo de la Fuente, like his teammate, is on the hards. He goes from 24th in the second Andromeda. And on the back row of the grid, we've got Dmitro Kovalenko, the only AMR on the soft tyres, and Elroy Wagner, who failed to set a lap after that collision with Ruiz on the softs as well. So as we go down to the grid then, it's Klaas van Snelheid in pole position on the left, Timo Kinnaman second on the right. It's a long hold, the lights go out now and we're racing in Belgium. It looks like a great start from Klaas van Snelheid, then away from pole position, and Mario Juan Lopez already up into second alongside Timo Kinnaman, who's got the inside line. Lopez takes second place at the start and with his Klaas van Snelheid leading from Mario Juan Lopez. Timo Kinnaman slips to third as Powers is up to 4th, past Ellington.
Yeah, look at this mad lad. Those extra soft tyres clearly giving that grip right off the bat, as we got a yellow flag in sector 1 for some reason. Zizoli has dropped down the order quite tremendously.
And that's why that is Zizoli then in the wall on the run down to Eau Rouge, as Mario Juan Lopez is challenging Klaas van Snelheid for the lead of the race. As round the outside goes Kinnaman back into second place.
Timo Kinnaman proving that he's not going to give up that second place without a fight. He knows that the team will have made it very clear, in fact, to stay with Klaas van Snelheid. So good overtake.
Yeah, into the Lake Om chicane then. Beautiful move around the outside from Timo Kinnaman. He's now going to set after Klaas van Snelheid, who's already starting to break away a little bit. As Nikolai Milkovic also joins the list of retirement, so I'm assuming he has had a collision somewhere with Zolia.
Here we go.
Here we go. So this is on board with Alexander Zolia then, and he was far too far over to the right. Hit the wall on the inside, and Al and Milkovic just clipped the car.
How do you manage that? Yeah, nothing he could do there.
No, absolutely nothing Milkovic could do. He was absolutely hemmed in by the Ingram on his right.
And then decided to keep his foot in, just in case that, I don't know.
The wheel magically reappeared?
Yeah, could have done. You don't know. 2-second gap already from the back to second place.
As Ellington is really backing Simon and Ruiz up here, and that's Felix Perez. Perez around the outside of Blanchimont on Enrique Ruiz and demotes the Brazilian to 8th place.
Oh, and there goes Simon around the outside of Ellington.
Yeah, Simon side by side with Ellington, as now Kanga getting involved with Ruiz as well. Spa-Francorchamps is 2 seconds clear at the end of the opening lap. But don't forget, he is on the extra softs, where Kinnaman is on the mediums.
Oh God, Perez comes at
Ellington.
Yeah, up the inside into La Source.
Yeah, great move there then from Felix Perez to move himself into 6th place. His class leads from Kinnaman then. Lopez not really falling back, but he's got Nathaniel Powers with him.
Yeah, and we're just gonna jump down to our new pit lane correspondent, at least for this race. Alex, any news on the condition of the 2 drivers that have retired?
Yeah, I mean it looks like they're both okay, but I don't know if you remember it, the Zazolia incident was just like, I think it was Finn Schneider at the start of the race last year. It was definitely an AMR anyway, just kicked into that inside barrier. And but yeah, both drivers seem okay out of the cars and doing okay.
That's great news, you love to hear it. And yeah, you're right, very similar to the horrendous accident that we saw last year. But yeah, thank you for that, Alex, as Bradley died in the background. So yeah, now we've got
alright, the microphone was muted, no one heard it.
I mean, it wasn't, we all heard it.
No, the recording was muted.
Brilliant. Oh, Bradley, such a boomer.
I can't mute 2 things at once, you'll have to deal with it. They won't. It's Class Francorchamps then, so we come towards the end of the 2nd lap. He's now 3.5 seconds clear, but this is a gap that he absolutely needs to be building.
Absolutely, yeah. Even in these low temperatures, you'd imagine he's doing it at least a couple more stops than the medium-tired runners behind him.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. As Ruiz looks to the inside of Ellington. It's Ellington, isn't it? As sorry, I got confused there because it showed Kanga had gone past him briefly, and I went, oh, no, he hasn't. As Ellington now covers the inside line then into La Source, but
Ellington not giving an inch there.
No, Ruiz still stuck.
And all of this is hurting them so much that even the midfield runners are starting to catch them up now.
Yeah, Gabriele Garcia is right on the back of Alar Kanga. This is really hurting Ruiz's race.
Here comes Perez.
Yeah, this is Perez on Adrian Simon. To the outside of Lecoum then, and Perez surely, sweeps easily around the outside into 5th place. Beautiful move there. Ruiz still stuck behind Ellington.
Yeah, Ellington absolutely holding firm up in 7th place at the moment, and really putting a bit of a damper on Franklin's afternoon so far for Ruiz.
Yeah, certainly is, as Campos sweeps around the outside of Hunter Ryan to move himself clear of both Ocelots now.
Hunter Ryan's had a fairly good start.
Where did he qualify?
I'm sure he qualified below 20th.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, good on him then. De La Fuente hasn't.
Third.
De La Fuente's
bad.
Yeah, is running last at the moment, so there must have been an incident there somewhere.
Maybe he had to slow down to avoid Zazolia.
Yes, that's entirely possible. As towards the front then, Kinnaman still leading this little trio for 2nd place of himself, Lopez and Powers. Now all 3 of these are on different tyres. You've got Kinnaman on the mediums, and then Lopez on the extra softs, and then Powers on the softs. So, given the difference in car performance, actually, this is probably quite equal.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I think I reckon that probably gives a bit of a relief, a bit of breathing space to Kinnaman, because it's going to make it extremely hard for Powers to attack on those soft tyres compared to Lopez and the extra softs. And by the time Lopez actually pits, Powers is going to have taken most of the life out of his soft tyres. Absolutely,
yeah.
Cool beans! Excited to see how that one pans out.
As
we've got, I think. No, go on.
I was just saying, Matson and Vasquez battling over 11th place with Johan Hansen.
That's Ruiz in front of Ellington. That's Ruiz in front of Ellington. He's got passed.
Damn. I mean, yay! Ruiz is through. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. What is that about?
Bradley, you shouldn't let your personal opinions get in the way of your professional commentating. Not
totally
like I
should.
Them.
Yes! Ellington's got him back!
Ellington. Yeah, but it's not,
we've got contact. That is,
Kovalenko.
yeah, that's Dmitro Kovalenko, and I'm assuming Elroy Wagner there. And it looks as though they've got tangled up somewhere at turn 1.
We'll see if we've got more information on that. Perhaps a video replay question mark?
Nah, see, it doesn't work. I mean, it was a good shot, but, well, hopefully we'll get something at some point. But yeah, so Ruiz then had managed to make that move, but Lewis Ellington has gone back through and into 7th place, and Ruiz is now 12 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, that's not how we wanted to start this race, but Felix Perez, once again, delivering the goods so far, and Simon actually following him up to this this train for 2nd place.
Yeah, let's not forget Perez on those extra soft tyres. I think Simon behind is on the softs.
Yeah. So everyone behind Kinnaman in this train is on softer tyres. So you'd imagine once he starts getting past, it's going to be a pretty rapid free fall down to 8th place. No, 6th place.
Yeah, as
there's Ruiz.
Yes, Ruiz again, but now Kanga's got him up the inside of the second part of the bus stop chicane, and Alar Kanga goes through into 8th and demotes Enrique Ruiz to 9th.
Yeah, Ruiz goes for a very wide line there, hoping to set him up on the camel straight.
Yeah.
As Kanga just goes up the inside of Ellington, down in La Source. That won't help do him any favours. That was very close.
Yeah, that was very, very close to the wall as they slot back into single file through a Rouge and up through Radion. And it's, well, that's now, it looks as though Kanga's lost out a little bit there. Enrique Ruiz right in the slipstream. As Mario Juan Lopez down the inside of Chuma Kinnaman for 2nd place. There's a little bit of contact, but through goes Lopez.
Yeah, I mean...
As, Ruiz is lost out to Garcia.
Yeah, that was his compatriot just sprung a bit of a surprise on him there on those softer tyres, and through he goes. Ruiz down into the final pin position.
Yeah, so absolutely not the start then that Enrique Ruiz was after here in Belgium, as Klaas van Snelheid is 8.5 seconds clear.
Yeah, Lopez has already got almost a second on Kinnaman now.
Yeah, so it took him a while to get through, or get back through, but it certainly seems as though those tyres are helping him pull away.
Yeah, I was going to say, so far they're not really giving up the ghost.
No, it'd be interesting now to see how easy it is for Powers to get past him, and obviously he's on softer tyres, but those cars are far more equal in terms of performance.
Indeed. I have to admit, this is the one thing that I don't think any of us accounted for, as now we've got Matson joining the back of this train.
Yeah, as here we go, sorry, Powers right on the gearbox of Timo Kinnaman to go through Blanchimont into the bus stop again, then is he going to look to the inside? He isn't, no, Powers thinks better of it. I wonder if he's going to try and move into the hairpin. As further back, Kanga can't make any work of Ellington, and once again Ruiz struggling to get back past the car, and he's now got Matson for company.
Yeah, it's looking like these extra softs are really so far.
Oh, here we go, sorry, Ruiz up the inside of Gabriel Garcia into the source, and through he goes back into 9th place then.
Yes, he's done a job. He's made an overtake. Now he'll be looking to rather rapidly set about past Kanja. As Kinnaman goes defensive in Lacombe, and there goes Powers round the outside, takes the 3rd position.
Yeah, Nathaniel Powers then, he's been setting that move up for a while, you feel, as Lewis Ellington, once again, he seems to be the only man that's learned how to defend into Lacombe.
Yeah, just sit in the middle of the road.
Yeah, pretty much, as Kinnaman now immediately under pressure from Felix Perez.
You'd imagine Perez on those extra softs has got a fair bit of pace about him. We'll soon find out.
I have to say that there seem to be a few overtaking spots here. I'm just wondering how this is going to work out for Glasses. I think it's quite a long pit lane here in Belgium, isn't it?
Oh, very.
And it depends where he's going to feed out, because obviously everyone behind him is quite stacked together. I mean, there's only, although he's got 10 seconds over Lopez, there's only then a further 20 seconds down to Zylander in 16th. He could come out in quite a stack of traffic here.
Yes. I'm not going to lie, I did stop listening for a bit of that.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
And don't forget, obviously, he's going to have to battle his way back through traffic. Even if he doesn't come out like right in the traffic, if that makes sense.
Oh, as Perez launches
traffic.
himself up the inside of Kinnaman into the bus stop chicane, but it doesn't pay off. And he's cost himself 5th position to Adrian Simon. As Kanga goes for a move on Ellington, I think he's got that one done. Ala Kanga then up into 7th place.
Ooh. Oh, Simon going very defensive in last source. That'll hurt him all the way up the camel straight.
He went for an overtake on Kinnaman, but realised probably a little too late that it was over-ambitious. As Nathaniel Powers now right in the wheel tracks of Mario Juan Lopez up through Radion and onto the camel straight. I wonder if he's going to be able to use this momentum to make a move into Lacombe. Lopez sits on the outside, he's pulling ever so slightly across. Powers though, down the inside, but I think Lopez is going to hold this one.
No, he's not.
No, he's slow through the second part of Lacombe. And Powers...
Oh, and then Powers is slow through the third.
There we go. Look at that then. So the outside line through, well, pretty much all of Lacombe is clearly the better line, as we have a yellow flag in the middle sector.
Let's see who's losing.
And the first sector, so it must be somewhere...
There goes Garcia and... Yeah, Garcia's down the order.
Yeah, he is, and there he is.
Oh.
So that is Gabriel Garcia then, without...
Oh, that's...
I cannot say his name today.
No!
Garcia.
That sounds like something else.
Oh,
there goes Matson, so...
Yeah, so that was John Matson then trying to make the move and just getting it ever so slightly wrong. Garcia's going to recover straight into the path. Oh no, straight into the wall.
I think he went to spin it round and panicked. He saw another driver and just floored it into the wall. That would have hurt a little bit.
Oh, meanwhile, Campos is a lap down in last position for some reason.
Because he's bad.
I mean, that's probably not the only reason. Kovalenko has also lost a lot of time. Kovalenko had he lost his front wing, didn't he? So he had a pit stop. We never did see what that happened. As we've got something, I think, from Alex down in pit lane. Just before that, Nathaniel Powers then on Mario Juan Lopez at the bus stop, and he's through into second place.
I love buses. I didn't know
Brilliant.
what to add. Down to Alex.
Powers defending into Lasour. Sorry, I'm just going to stick with this because I think there's going to be a little bit more action. Lopez then trying to take the move back, but not quite. But he's got Kinnaman, Simon and Perez all stacked up behind him then as they come down through Eau Rouge. Powers leads Lopez, but they're absolutely nose to tail up through Radion, onto the camel straight, and surely now Powers punching the hole in the air. He's going to give everyone behind him a slip through. Going to have to cover the outside line, as we've seen that is the most effective into the Lacombe chicane then. Oh, Lopez on the grass, trying to make the overtake down the inside. He's not made it work, and through into third. Surely goes to McKinnon. Lopez is fighting him back though. Powers holds second. Kinnaman does take third. Perez goes past C1 for fifth. Lopez then slots into fourth place.
You know, Bradley, nose to tail could be used to describe the human centipede.
Thanks for that. Perez down the inside, trying to take fourth from Lopez. Can't make it work though. And I think they've just about settled down then. Powers in second, Kinnaman third, Lopez fourth, Perez fifth, and Simon down in sixth, and down to Alex in the pits.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, all this action going on. It's hard to keep up with everything, but just a quick note. Campos was in the pits for probably just over a lap with pretty bad damage on the car. It looked like it was Giordano involved as well, as he made a pit stop. So Giordano, Kovalenko and Campos really suffering out there.
So quite a few drivers already with several incidents today then.
Yes, it's been very, very exciting. Bradley, do you have a mute microphone button?
I do, but I can't hit both at the same time, so you'll have to deal with it.
Hit both?
I can either mute it for you or mute it for the recording and everyone listening.
But if you mute the input, then it'll
no,
mute
it doesn't.
For everything.
It doesn't. I've tried it before. So there we go. Class 1 Schnellhead then, nearly 18 seconds clear up front after just 8 laps, which is quite ridiculous actually.
Yeah!
That must be nearly a pit stop.
I don't know, Bradley. Maybe about 23 seconds is the delta.
I say it's getting there. We suddenly just lost a second or so, but we're keeping an eye on that one. As Lopez challenging Kinnaman once again down the inside into Lacombe, and well, Lopez is actually pulled it off.
Yeah.
A move down the inside at the first part of Lacombe, and he's Lopez is back into third place.
Very defensive into the river Rivage.
Is that Rivage?
Yeah. because then it goes through to the corner with no name and Puhon.
I love how the corner with no name is named the corner with no name, and therefore it actually has a name.
I don't like that.
You don't like a lot of things.
Yeah, I can list them off now if you like. It does involve some.
No, let's not do that. Just talk about racing.
Hey Google,
The
talk
racing
about
on
racing.
screen. Thank you.
Can you hear that?
No.
Oh. Oh. Hey Google,
No! Stop it!
talk about racing.
Stop it. I think Alex has something for us down in the pit lane. Alex?
I wasn't aware that I did, but I've just been down to the Chima garage, and obviously they're pretty gutted with the start they've had. I mean, Milkovic out with the Zazolia incident and Campos in the pits for over a lap, so pretty much they're giving it an afternoon really.
Say,
So they're already packing up in the Chima garage.
Not quite packing up, but
They probably should.
Yeah.
Yeah, still, it's a good opportunity to use it for. It essentially just becomes a bit of a free test session, doesn't it? Gather some data on the car.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Campos is quite a. I mean, he might not be a brilliant race driver. He's quite a competent test driver.
Is he?
Apparently.
Well, he's had a job for the last like six years. So
Exactly. So he should be good at it.
he's a nuts.
As Enrico, did we see Ruiz getting up past Kanga?
Yes.
We did,
It was at the
okay.
bus stop chicane. And
He's now they're now latching onto the back of
Simon.
Yes. That.
Kinnaman's been rather underwhelming, even despite having the medium tyres. He's leaked like 10 seconds to his teammate because he's stuck in traffic.
He has a little, and this is going to be concerning for Franklin because obviously, well, I mean, I shouldn't imagine they were expecting Ruiz's start to go as it has, but he's now what 9 laps into this race, nearly 10 laps into this race, probably nearing a pit stop, and he's still behind his teammate who's on the medium tyres. Class pits then. Class pits from the lead. So Alex,
Oh.
Yeah, it's a quick pit stop from the Downton guys, as we've been used to seeing this season, at the end of lap 10. So it's probably about what we expected, really. We'll just see if anybody manages to eke the pit stops out. But it looks like Lopez is coming as well. Yep, he's here now.
yeah, and Klaas-Van then. Sorry to cut across you, Alex. Klaas-Van leads back out into second place. So he's already in the opening 10 laps gained a pit stop on those behind, with the exception of his teammate, who is only 1.5 seconds further back from.
Yeah, that's actually quite impressive.
10 laps would indicate 4 stops for Klaas-Van, so all he's got to do is replicate that another 3 times. Sounds easy.
Sounds easy. But will it be?
Lopez
Find out after
then.
the break.
We don't have ad breaks.
No, I know. I just wanted to say it.
No. Yeah. Lopez then rejoins in 10th place with a considerable amount of clear air in front of him. So that's worked out really well for the Meteor driver, as Klaas-Van already absolutely on the rear wing of his teammate Nathaniel Powers, and there will be a call, I should imagine, from the Downton pit wall for Powers to get out of the way, because these two are not on the same strategy.
But they are fighting for championship position, Bradley. So will Nathaniel Powers, the only multiple world champion on the grid, comply?
He bloody should do.
We'll see. No, he won't have a choice, I don't think. Look at how much more grit Klaas has got to work with.
Absolutely, Klaas is gonna surely very easily get this one done. I'm just really hoping they don't come together. As down into the bus stop then, Klaas-Van doesn't look to the inside. Nathaniel Powers is absolutely sticking with this. I wonder if Klaas is just going to go for the slightly easy move, either into La Source or
Perez. That's
into
interesting. Hitting at the end of lap 11, so he can pull off a 3-stop if he does that again.
Oh, it's Perez on the extras then?
Yep.
Ah, okay. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one then. Nathaniel Powers still leading then as the two Downtons. Absolutely nose to tail.
Human centipede. They're absolutely human centipede.
No, we're not going to use that. Through Eau Rouge and Radion then. Onto the Camel Straight. Powers is punching the hole in the air. Lars van Snelheid has the slipstream. How's this one going to go? Powers stays on the outside line and Glass cannot take advantage. Kinnaman now then into third and in clear air. Adrian Simon under pressure from Enrique Ruiz, but up front, Powers is really holding up his teammate now.
Just wondering if Klaas has maybe now received the call, right, we're going to have to race him, so just don't do anything stupid. Because Powers is clearly not giving this one up without a fight.
No, he's not, is he?
Oh, Bradley is just... It's... Well, I suppose it's interesting when you get two teammates that can scrap for the title at this late stage of the season, when they finally decide to take it upon themselves to race each other, and it looks like we get to see that today.
Yes, words shall be had. The team always comes first. If we've nailed down the constructors, they can do what they want, but we haven't.
I think that's the one thing that's always underestimated in any kind of sport, well, especially motorsport, is the human element. I like to see it personally. I know that you're probably not the most happy you've ever been right now. Because we've got a yellow flag in the middle sector. It's going quite quick, so hopefully just a minor incident there. As again, Powers holds steady, going into that bus stop chicane. Bit of a wobble under braking, but...
Yeah, Powers defending all over the place. But impressively, they're not losing a lot of time to those behind. In fact, Kinnaman has lost a further second to the top two. As Simon, Ruiz and Kanga now absolutely all closing up like an accordion.
Imagine how much faster they go with the faster class punching a hole in the air for Powers.
Don't mind me up.
They've still gained another second for the guys behind them.
And they have, as Klaas van Snelheid now really, really close to Nathaniel Powers as they come up through Radion. And surely this time he's got a chance to try and make a move. He looks to the inside, does he not? No, Powers covers the inside. Klaas then around the outside into Lekoon, and Klaas van Snelheid takes back the lead.
Powers finally thought better of it. Must have realised maybe he was hurting his tyres keeping that kind of pace up.
Oh, it's Ruiz, that's Ruiz on Simon as well then. Further back, so Enrique Ruiz is up into fourth.
Yeah, and he's now only like the second behind his teammate after that massive gap of like 7 or 8 seconds. Yikes, is all I can say. Zyland has found his way in front of his teammate, which is interesting.
He has, yeah, although are they both on the hard tyres?
No,
or is it just Alvarez?
The mediums.
It's just Alvarez who made that gamble.
Around the outside. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was Alex who made that gamble, but...
Well, yeah, I suppose. But I mean, you can see there how it's not paying off because they've just been overtaken by an Ocelot.
Oh, that was Hunter Ryan, not Giordano. Giordano is in 20th place, languishing.
And I'm just intrigued, Alex. How are Phoenix feeling their strategies going so far?
Oh, Bradley wants to feel better about himself.
Well, that is the worst question. It's not going so well for Alvarez so far, to be honest. Being overtaken by Hunter Ryan, who started in 23rd on the grid, who, to be fair to him, has made a brilliant start to this race, compared to Giordano, who got mixed up in the first lap incidents.
Thank you, Alex. As Klaas van Snelheid then. I was absolutely deflecting there, good point.
Yes, you were.
Klaas van Snelheid then has already broken free and he's now 3 seconds clear of Powers. So that's the kind of difference those fresh extra soft tyres are making.
Yeah, but he wasted almost half of his stint, well, about a third of his stint behind his teammate.
It was a lap and a half.
3 laps.
It was a lap and a half.
3 laps.
It wasn't 3 laps.
He's pulled this gap out. In like a lap or 2, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't 3 laps.
He came out like second behind his
as
teammate.
Kanga around the outside of Adrian Simon then, up into 5th place. And up ahead of them though, Ruiz is unable to get past Kinnaman as yet.
It was not a lap.
Oh look, the top 8 are running in pairs.
Noah's Ark!
Yeah, that's the one, but it's not a grid.
Noah's Grid.
What? It's not a grid.
Noah's Ark! Oh, Gabriele Garcia actually isn't on the screen right now,
because
but
that's Johan Halverson
manages to go up the inside of Sergio Alvarez.
Alvarez then losing another position.
Just want to poke all the drivers with the stick and say, do something.
I mean, to be fair, they are doing something. Well, I think we've had a cracking little race so far.
It's been quite exciting, but I want it to continue!
Well, it's alright, it's not just going to end right here, right now. Like, there is part of me that rather wishes it would, isn't it? We're sitting with a 1-2.
Bradley likes to win. He sacrifices friendship.
He does.
So
As and there's contact between the two Franklins as Ruiz dives down the inside of Timo Kinnaman at the bus stop then, and something flew off one of the cars there. I'm not sure which one it was, but Kinnaman has so far held their place, and he doesn't look to be in any position to relinquish that to his teammate, does he? But Ruiz now drives clean around the outside at the La Source hairpin.
Ruiz has basically shown him who's boss.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the best idea from Ruiz though, because he's now put himself in the position of being at the head of the train down onto the coming straight, and everyone behind him is going to get the slipstream. Surely they're going to fight back here.
Camel.
Ruiz though parks himself absolutely beautifully in the middle of the track, but Kanga takes none of it. Alar Kanga sweeps around both the Franklins into the Lacoon chicane, and Kanga goes up into third.
Yeah, Ruiz switching to that inside line despite his teammate has cost the pair of the Franklins.
I don't think we're the only ones that need to sort our drivers out, as that is Davenport in the pits without a front wing. Alex?
Davenport.
Yeah, not actually sure what happened to Davenport on the track, but that's really unfortunate because he only made his pit stop 3 laps ago for new extras, so that's really going to harm his race.
Yeah, huge shame there for Davenport, so we'll have to see if we get a replay of that one then. As up front, Class is now 6 seconds clear of Nathaniel Powers. Kanga, Ruiz, Kinnaman and Simon, this little scrap between them is now, they're now 15 seconds off the lead.
That's like more than 5.
It is, well done.
One step closer to world domination.
Nah, probably not.
Is that someone I could see on the track? It's Greta Thunberg!
No, don't go there. As Nathaniel Powers then. Powers into the pits then at the end of lap 15, so the soft-tired runners are just on for a 2-stop strategy.
That's interesting. So Class...
Kangaroo and Ruiz follow him in.
Fine. Think about it, Class is probably, I think, easily going to be able to win, like, as long as he keeps on.
Well, if he'd already gained 1 pit stop in 1 stint, he needs to gain 1 pit stop in the other 3. And he's clear.
Oh, your maths is blowing my mind.
Well, you know, I'm just that good. Adrian Simon on the softs as well, isn't he? So he's managed to keep these out a lot longer.
A lot longer. I like making fun of you, Bradley.
Yes, everyone has noticed.
And now these two are absolutely human centipede. With Powers on those fresher tyres. Perez, the only extra soft runner to make his tyres go a lap longer. So clearly able to conserve his performance a bit better. But even with that, I can't imagine this causing Nathaniel too much of an issue.
No, and he's not been able to make any inroads into Lopez either.
No!
Since they came out of the pits, he's just been stuck right behind him.
I wonder if that's part of what falls into his tyre saving strategy, Bradley. Just maybe just easing off a little bit, making sure the tyres stay within the optimal operating ranges.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. As surely we'll see at the end of this lap then Adrian Simon dive into the pits for his first stop. Be interesting to see where this longer run is gonna. Oh, as he fast into the bus stop chicane. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Whether his running long is going to help him or not in comparison to Ruiz and Kanga.
have anything else to add there.
No, that doesn't surprise me. Simon, then, it looked like a pretty quick stop from the Matthew boys. And where indeed is he going to... he's well behind Ruiz and Kanga. Let's just check. Alex, is that a standard stop, or were there any problems there, Brad?
No, well, it looked like the left rear struck just a tiny bit. Not too much of an issue, but he looks pretty nailed on for that 2-stop, whereas the others, it's going to be pretty nip and tuck, isn't it?
Well, I mean, end of lap 15 should be end of lap 30. They should be alright, because they wouldn't be put on the penultimate lap anyway. As long as they can make their tyres last 15 laps again, I think they'll be absolutely fine. Even if they only go 14 this time around.
Kentucky fried rice. No chicken. Oh shit. Oh no. His powers is closed right. I was trying to make fun of his accent, but I said the wrong word.
You did, yeah.
Kentucky fried rice. Do you have Kentucky fried rice in Greater Manchester, Alex?
We have Kentucky fried everything.
Kentucky fried bees.
Kentucky fried bees.
Are we bringing the bees up again?
Why? Why is it bee? I mean, I like the idea of it, you know, a worker bee for the working class part of the nation. That came across so bad. That sounded incredibly bad. I meant it is a good thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that when you come up to Manchester, really.
What, calling them the working class part of the nation?
No, we appreciate that, but...
Say, what's wrong with being working class? Oh, don't say Kentucky fried bees.
Yeah, probably not. Probably best not to, I'll be honest.
After this, we can have a good chat about, like, phrases to avoid in the north. Like, jokes about... birds aren't real. I suppose while there's a bit of a lull, I can talk to you guys about that. I suppose also no jokes about White Walkers in the wall, huh? That's for you, Alex.
I have nothing to say.
Alright.
Right, let's get this back on track anyway.
No, birds aren't real, Bradley.
On the camel straight then, Felix Perez covers the inside line, Nathaniel Powers looks to the outside, and Powers makes the move, or does he? Because Perez is trying to come back at him, but no, Powers is through and up into 5th place, so that's one of the extra soft runners disposed of, and now he's just got to get past Lopez.
Yeah, Perez looked like he ran a bit of a wider line there from the inside, and really forced Powers up on the curbs and compromised his run through Lecum. Gossi is in the pits again.
He is, yeah. Is that for a scheduled stop? Alex, any news?
Yeah, that's a scheduled stop because he came in at the end of lap 7, I think it was, after the incident with Matson, and he's on the extra stop, so it's a routine stop now for him, unfortunately.
Ouch.
He'll be fine. Might actually pay him some dividends.
I doubt it.
Alright, fine, whatever.
There's Nathaniel Powers then, right up with Mario Mon Lopez and Lewis Ellington. The trio are now 3rd, 4th and 5th. And Powers will be desperate to get by these guys as soon as possible to really reduce the gap, because Ruiz is closing in behind him. The gap that was sort of 10 seconds when they came out of the pits is now down to just over 3.
That number you're looking for would be 4.
No, because it's not quite 4.
I'm making a joke, just laugh and move on.
No, because you're wrong.
I'm not... I'm not having fun. That's a lie, I totally am. This is a great race. I can't really pull a party face for very long. I'm just a happy person. I didn't used to be.
It's Ellington then. Right, Ellington's drifting across, covering the inside line. This is surely going to give Powers the run on Lopez. Oh, there's contact! There's contact, and round goes Lewis Ellington. Powers on the outside, Lopez on the inside. And they were never going to go 3 wide into Lecum. And Powers has come through it in 3rd place. Lopez has survived as well. Ellington recovers, but he's lost ground to Ruiz and Perez. And let's see then, this is on board with Lewis Ellington. He was in the middle of the track, his teammate came to the inside, Powers came to the outside, and 3-1 just will not go.
It's an interesting one because obviously Powers is desperate to make up positions, but that was definitely an overly risky move. Won't catch a penalty because we don't have those, but yeah, I don't know. You'd imagine with a championship hanging in the balance, he wouldn't have gone for that. But
it was certainly a brave thing to do on the outside of 2 cars.
Yeah. If they'd have come together instead of himself and Ellington, that would have been a big accident, and he would have had no way of avoiding it.
Very true. So Powers now then is up into 3rd place, and what that does for Ruiz is it removes one of the roadblocks that was between him and Nathaniel Powers, so he doesn't have to get past Ellington now. Powers' next target is Ruiz's teammate Timo Kinnaman, who is about 4 seconds up the road. And Kinnaman on the medium tyres, they are getting very, very close to the point of just being able to pull this off on a 1-stopper here.
I bet they fall 1 lap short. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to say a lap short, but it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. It just depends. I mean, we're looking at 9-degree temperatures here, aren't we? So they may just be able to eke it out.
It's true. It's a good point. I'm excited to see.
I mean, I'm hoping so for Zylander's sake, but.
Yeah, I mean, I know your race is already a write-off in terms of Alvarez, so.
Ouch.
Well, you know, he's doing the best with the tools he's been given. He is a former Westwood youth driver, as I commonly
0 to
point out.
Yeah, I think been given square wheels, really, hadn't they?
That's not nice. I gave him a springboard into a top midfield team.
It's interesting, just while you're with me, that Giordano's coming to the pits. And he's on the medium tyres, but he only pitted 15 laps ago, so I'm not sure what's happened to him there, if he's coming for damage.
Maybe he's just got bored.
I just want to say it's no coincidence, right, that I just said birds are real, and I've just had 2 magpies land outside of my window and look at me. I'm just saying.
Spa-Francorchamps into the pits for a 2nd stop then, and well, that is bang on schedule. Where is he going to feed out now though? Surely.
Isn't that yeah, it's the end of lap 20.
I think Glass is going to retain the lead here, because we've got a yellow flag in the middle sector.
It's Manan.
It probably isn't.
Ow.
Yeah, Kinnaman only now, just onto the start-finish straight. Klaas van Snelheid is through and clear. He needed to gain 2 pit stops on his rivals, and he's done it.
What?
Oh, as we've got chaos in the middle set in the.
Who's coming through there next?
They're
off the racing line. It's all good.
Well, yeah, Klaas won't be far away. As that's Wagner. Oh no, I can see where this is going.
Dun dun. Bum bum bum.
Lopez pits as well then. Who did we have tangled up there? Elroy Wagner. It looked like a North Star. Klaas van Snelheid then. Ooh. Thank God for that.
They're just travelling back up the hill.
The leader's through. Timo Kinnaman then, and Nathaniel Powers. So we've got more drivers here, and there's an Andromeda in there. Yeah, the 3 of them. They are.
You can hear their engines humming like bees.
So thankfully they are well off the track. There isn't a North Star in there, sorry. So it's Wagner, Hunter Ryan and Will Hoskins. The 3 of them absolutely tangled together then.
I don't know how they've ended up like this, Bradley. But you can hear the humming, right?
Well, no, because my I've not got the sound coming through particularly well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. Right, they've found their way onto the racetrack, and now they're over the other side. But that's right, they're free. Oh no! That is Sergio Alvarez and Elroy Wagner coming together, and that is both of them out of the race, and that was absolutely atrocious.
I don't think I've ever seen a worse display of driving in my fucking life. Alvarez, there was nothing he could really do about that.
Absolutely not.
He tried to racing line, but after that, you're locking up. It's very bumpy downhill into Rivage, so yikes.
I mean, to be fair, Alvarez's race was screwed anyway, but you
badly.
You don't want to see that. That is just absolutely not on from Elroy Wagner. And well, in terms of causing intentional accidents and rejoining the track in a bad manner, that is well, I mean that is right up there, and surely will cop a penalty.
That's how Skins was up the inside of Ryan, I think.
Yeah, and so Diego Campos just snuck through, and Wagner didn't.
And then off the track. I wouldn't say it was an intentional. Oh, Klaus with a bit of a gap now on Kinnaman.
Kanga's in the pits.
Drew Matson.
No, Kanga has just left the pits. Alex?
Yeah, that must have been damage. I didn't see what happened out on track, but he only came in, what, 6 laps ago? On the soft tyres, so it's got to be damage there.
Yeah, so real shame there for LR Kanga then. I wonder if that was something he picked. There was a lot of debris on the track following that incident. I wonder if he picked up a puncture. As Nathaniel Powers then now right up with Timo Kinnaman. The pair of them 14 seconds behind leader Klaas-Van Snelheid. But, well, Powers looking desperately to try and go through into second place. And this is a move he needs to get done because both of these guys now surely only have 1 stop remaining. So this is 4 track position.
How many track positions?
What?
Psych! Because you said 4 tracks. I was like, oh, emphasis on the 4.
I mean,
Klaas bangs in a new fastest lap on those fresh suit extra soft tyres in clean air with suit apparently. Kinnaman, you'd imagine, is a sitting duck really for Powers. He's still not pitted. You'd imagine he needs to at some point.
I mean, well, yeah, he will. So we're into the second half of the race now, aren't we? So everyone on the mediums and hards has now gone half the race distance, so they could quite comfortably pit. And
Yeah, but the difference is anyone on hards is now a knob.
well, I mean, unintentionally, yes.
Powers is going to have him into Lake Coombe.
As yeah, I think he might. Nathaniel Powers then right in the wheel tracks of Timo Kinnaman. Down into Lacombe then at the end of the Camel Straight. Kinnaman covers the outside line. Powers goes to the inside. It's risky, but has he pulled it off? I think he might have done right outside the second part of the Camel Straight. No, that's Lacombe. But he doesn't.
Straight.
Kinnaman, I know it's not straight. It's clearly not straight. It's clearly a chicane. There we go. Kinnaman holds on.
Yeah, absolutely. As Kanga's just chilling with Vasquez, who has a very similar helmet to his hero, Diego Campos. His hero, confirmed. Interesting. Ow! Ow!
Kanga goes round the outside of Vasquez into none.
He's done bits there. Solid lad. Tight. Or, as they say in 2007, I've been watching the first season of Skins, safe.
Meanwhile, the 3 behind Klaas-Van Snelheid then. Kinnaman, Powers and Ruiz. Ruiz has joined the back of this pair now, and the 3 of them are nose to tail. Don't say it. And well, Powers now absolutely, he will be desperate to get past Kinnaman as soon as possible because, well, Ruiz is on exactly the same strategy.
Yeah, and don't forget the Brazilian is still his closest rival in the championship, I think.
Yeah, I think he is. Although, probably wouldn't be if it finished as it is.
Very true.
Also, if it finished as it is, Downton would be the Constructors' Champions for this season.
Yes, they would. Makes a change. They've only done it once before.
Yeah, alright. How many times have you
Remember
done it?
last season where you didn't manage it? Ah, well, I budgets.
Right, here we go then. Down into the Lacombe chicane. Kinnaman covers the inside line. No. Powers is stuck behind him. Ruiz round the outside, and Ruiz takes the bear of them.
You gotta say that does look a bit like a strategic call from the Franklin boys.
Yeah, 100%. Kinnaman absolutely playing the team game there. As now Powers looking to the inside, and he will be absolutely furious with that one.
Indeed, he will. Ruiz probably won't catch up for the win, but yeah, what can I say but yikes. That also doesn't quite hand the championship to Downton as it stands.
No, it doesn't.
I said, oh, that one struck a nerve. I thought, like, either that or you just had a cough.
No, I did, yeah, I kind of had a cough as well.
Oh, mixed of the two, hybrid energy, that's what it's all about, hashtag Prius.
Yeah, as it
Did I just say
stands,
the words hashtag Prius?
I mean, if we assume that Downton and Franklin are going to lock out the top 4 positions, then we need minimum first and third to take the title.
Yeah. What can I say? Yikes. You'll be fine.
Well, I mean, if we don't do it here, we have 2 more races.
That's a lot of races. It's not. I lied.
It's not.
But Powers is continuously piling the pressure on. I wouldn't even call him the young Finn anymore. Just Timo Kinnaman now. But he's already dropped 3 seconds to Enrique Ruiz. That is not what he wants to do.
No, 3 seconds in a lap is well, it's absolutely costing him. But here we go again then, onto the Camel Straight. What is Kinnaman going to do this time? He's got the inside or the outside. It is up to him. Powers will surely go whichever way the Finn doesn't choose, but he doesn't know. He just follows Kinnaman and and nearly loses it through the middle part of the Lacoon chicane.
Yeah, at this rate, they're going to make pit stops at the same time.
Yeah, aren't they just?
Doesn't get a lot closer than that, mind you. Speaking of close, you've got a Zylander with a nice little Danish boy up his bum, hounding him for 11th position. It really is a good thing Ahmed has these muted, eh?
I mean, well,
I think Nick should just hand him the races like uncommentated, just the raw footage, and let him watch those. So here you go, you can hear the engines. You don't have to put up with the boys, and me. Davenport in the pits again because he just feels like it. Down to you, Alex.
Yeah, that's about right because he pitted on lap 11 first of all for his first stop, and then he came in on lap 14 with some damage. I think it was the front wing. So it's about right, although it did confuse me a little bit.
How was he looking? Did you offer him a vibe check?
Oh,
I did not.
Sorry to cut across you there, but there was a little bit of contact there between Powers and Kinnaman at the bus stop chicane, and yeah, Powers just came in, I think, a little too hot as Kinnaman was braking earlier to try and swing himself across into the pit lane. Not sure if there was any damage picked up there, but Kinnaman in that is now in the pit. So, Alex?
Yeah, so it's at the end of lap 25, obviously, so, as you said before, set for a 1-stop, but perfect stop from the Franklin guys.
Yeah, thanks, and it'll be wondering where Kinnaman feeds back out, and it's going to be behind Felix Perez then, down in 8th place. So Kinnaman's got a lot of work to do now.
Based on the pace of those extra soft tyres though, I'm just wondering if that might help him out in terms of getting a tiny little slipstream off of the boys in front.
Maybe.
As we've got the two... Oh, okay, Lopez has just made Ellington look like a bit of a chump.
Yeah, Lopez is on the extra softs compared to Ellington's mediums.
Yeah.
So I very much get the impression that was a team call to Lewis to let him by.
Yeah, what are those like?
Well, they're nice when they work, aren't they?
Yeah, because, I mean, this is another strong double points finish, it looks like anyway, touch wood.
Mind you, look how much time Lopez has lost kind of in the middle section of this race.
More than 5?
Just a smidge. Well, he was second, and he's now 20 seconds behind second.
Yeah, we see this a lot though with the lower down teams. Their opening strategy looks great, but as it comes to pit stops, getting stuck in traffic, they just get mired down a bit more than those front running teams, and that's what separates them really from front runners to best of the rest.
Very.
That's right, Berg.
Very insightful.
Yeah. See? Little news are shit.
And that's why you shouldn't write a book. There's down the inside of Lewis Ellington goes Felix Perez. Perez absolutely barging his way through there into 6th. There's Ellington dives into the pit lane then for his one and only stop.
Go, Alex, what you got for us, pal?
Yeah, so just on the topic of Meteor, last race in Italy, 28 points they scored, which is their best points tally since Portugal 2016. A little stat for you all there. And it's a good stop from the Meteor guys. You can now see why Ellington let Lopez past because he was due for that pit stop the next lap.
Yeah.
I love. Perez comes past the clunk. We looked like he just smacked him in the face.
It was a little aggressive, wasn't it? I mean, I suppose that's one way to make an overtake, though.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a firm get out of my way.
Although I suppose one thing we didn't talk about is it's quite impressive that Ellington was where he was after being like sent round by Powers earlier on.
True.
So he's done quite a good job actually now that I think about it.
I mean, yeah, but to be fair, he only lost about 5 seconds.
He was facing the wrong way.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, maybe he was.
He sort of ended up half sideways across the track, but that was it. He only lost 5 seconds in the incident.
In one of the most terrifying places to do that at the end of a 200-mile-an-hour straight. Could you? He must have just been sat there like, oh no.
That's probably why he recovered so quickly. He was just like, oh no.
Ellington doesn't swear.
He totally does.
Totally does.
I've had meetings with him.
Oh yeah. Why? It's not that good. That wasn't very nice.
The details of the meeting should not be disclosed.
Ha! Bradley wants Ellington to shag his wife.
I mean, there's a major issue with that.
Bradley is single because he's lonely forever.
Precisely.
Bradley's gonna die alone in a field.
I
This is
mean,
getting a bit dark.
Preferably
Yeah,
not in
so
a
as
field, that sounds cold.
As I've predicted then, Kinnaman is getting a lovely little draft off of Perez in front. He's not quite quick enough that he's being bold, but he's definitely utilised.
I'll tell you what though, he's got a hell of a run there, up through Radion, and onto the Camel Straight. Timo Kinnaman with far more pace than Felix Perez then, and just blasts past the Mexican.
Yeah,
and Perez comes back at him into the chicane, and once again, Perez has clearly got something about him today. He just decides to knock Kinnaman out of the way.
Gotta say, moments like this remind me of a few other moments throughout the season where Kinnaman has reminded us that actually I have been wrong for all these years. He does not deserve a top drive. That's just basic. No, I'm sorry. I love you to bits, Kinnaman, and I'm sure we'll have a friendly chat about this over dinner later, as we have planned at Carluccio's at 7. But
It's a romantic man.
it's basic racing 101 to resume the racing line after you've made an overtake, and he just chose to stay defensive in a position that he knows compromises the actual driver going defensive. It's little things like that that separate the good drivers from the great drivers. Like
yeah.
We've seen countless examples of small mistakes, and I think everyone will agree, unfortunately, that Kinnaman's been quite disappointing this season.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with anything you just said. What I just want to add a second is that I'm quite impressed there that Felix Perez managed to barge someone aside while being on the outside line.
Yeah, it is.
That was quite an achievement.
It's just a big dick manoeuvre, what can I say?
But
Alex
Kinnaman really has
down
struggled
for
this
us.
year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's not been the worst Franklin teammate to Ruiz, but he's only been like the second or third.
Well, no,
best,
but let's be
and
fair, there have been some real trash drivers in that car.
Yeah, like Jochen van Snelheid, driver who I famously championed for 3 years and then binned off in 3 races. Anyway, Alex has an interesting statistic down for us in the shit lane.
I wouldn't go as far as interesting, but yeah, Timo Kinnaman this season has 38% of Franklin's points over 14 races, in comparison to Inman, who had 37%, so it's really similar. The only big difference was Giordano, who only got 33%, whereas Milkovic and Jochen van Snelheid obviously only had a couple of races each, and they had quite a bigger share of the points. But yeah, it's interesting that Kinnaman's only been marginally better than Inman in that seat.
So what you're trying to say is, based on those statistics, Jochen van Snelheid is better than Timo Kinnaman, Puccio Giordano and Olin Inman.
I think that goes to show that statistics don't always tell the full story.
Well, there we go. Jochen van Snelheid, future world champion. Should anyone actually give him a seat.
I suppose that is quite interesting, though, that over a full season, with the exception of Elroy Wagner, Kinnaman has been more impressive than other drivers.
I'm not quite sure that's entirely what you're saying.
Well, it kind of is. He's got more of a haul of points than like
Oh,
Giordano.
right, that's Klaas van Snelheid in the wall! Klaas van
That's not
Snelheid
the
is in the
fact
wall
way
at
through
the
there.
top of, I think that's Radion. And what on earth has gone on here then? That is the lead gone, surely.
Was that's actually Radion? He's actually going to pit this lap anyway, but he has lost a lot of time. So, and yeah, he's lost about 20 seconds, and you'd imagine he's going to lose about another 5 to 10 in the pit lane, replacing that front wing. He's still a lot faster than the back markers, though. So maybe he just doesn't need. Oh, I think our lead commentator needs a minute. So instead, I'm going to hum you a little elevator tune. Boot boot doo 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 doo. As we got Kinnaman now looking to make moves on Felix Perez again down the camel straight. He's got the inside line. Perez continually holds the outside line. So here we go then.
It's a fucking Andromeda again.
Thanks, Bradley. Honestly, kind of looked like
That
played
was
himself
his own
there.
fault.
Yeah.
Crying out loud.
The Andromeda was in the way, sure, but Klaas got himself unsettled. All he has to do was sit behind him. As Osberg with the
I was going to say
reaction.
he did a hell of a job to avoid that then, but he didn't.
Nobody likes to see it. Oh, as we've got Campos going in the pits. Sounds like he's stuck in set. Yeah. So that's a gearbox failure, and you'd only imagine he's going through to retire.
Well, now Chima can pack up early then.
Absolutely. As here comes Klaas then into the pits for his scheduled stop, but with the added time of fitting a front wing. And well, surely this really spices up the race now with Ruiz and Powers also due to
Ruiz
pit
in.
this lap.
Ruiz pits.
Yeah, because they're due to pit this lap.
Well, so
They're going to take the lead off of
the crucial
Klaas,
thing
surely.
will be, well, Klaas is going to lose the lead here. And indeed, Ruiz gets out of his box first. Klaas van Snelheid is only going to go through in second place, so he's going to have to pull an overtake on Enrique Ruiz and get 20 seconds clear in 10 laps if he's to take this win. And it's just not going to happen.
No, unfortunately, that one mistake has cost him dear, as Perez looks like he's come out in front of Powers, and Kinnaman has jumped Powers as well, maybe. Yes, he has. Kinnaman ends up back in front of Nathaniel Powers, only marginally, so all those laps he had to make that lap time up. But you imagine,
no, Powers goes straight
Powers
through
just-
at Radion.
How did Kinnaman lose so much time to Perez? Oh, here we go.
Powers
Here we
pulled that
go.
off as Perez is
Got
trying
past
to
Perez.
challenge Klaas van Snelheid.
Not quite working for him.
I want a replay of that move.
Yeah.
I can't fathom in my head how that would have worked. What's hilarious, Adrian Simon is leading this race.
Oh yeah.
I mean, admittedly he hasn't pitted yet, but then nor have Perez and Kinnaman. So... Oh wait, Kinnaman's on a one stop, isn't he?
Yeah, so he doesn't have to stop again.
No, so Kinnaman won't have to stop again.
So this is for track position except Klaas.
Well, Pup and Perez.
Well, oh yeah.
Because Perez is on the extra softs.
I just assumed we weren't counting Perez.
Oh, well that's a bit harsh.
Well, yes it is, but is it undeserved?
Well...
Oh, so Osberg did lose his front wing in that contact then.
Did he?
Or maybe in a different contact. Because there is also Hoskins in the pits. And Garcia. And De La Fuente. What a big accident. Either that or it was just scheduled for the rest of them. Who knows? But, yikes.
That is so infuriating. Klaas van Snelheid had absolutely dominated this. And
Yeah,
it's
but
all
it just-
undone with one silly little error.
I think it's interesting though, because we've seen Klaas do this before in 2017, I think. Leading comfortably under a bit of pressure and just bins the race.
Yeah, was it China? I want to say China.
It might have been Japan. No, it was either China or Japan or both.
No, Japan he won.
Oh yeah.
Japan was his first. It was China. It was China he threw away with about
China.
4 mistakes during the race. And it's happened several other times as well. He's got the
Very
pace, but Klaas van Snelheid, even when comfortably leading, just kind of doesn't have that gear to back off and just get the car to the finish.
reminds me a bit of an old Hamilton. Or
Yeah.
maybe Ed Senna, letting things get to his head a bit. There goes Perez up the inside of Ellington, not fucking about whatsoever.
Yeah, so following his stop then, Perez goes back up into 8th place, I think.
Oh, Perez is going to need to pit again. He's not managed to pull off the 11 laps on his other 2 stints.
Well, no, he hasn't, has he? So he obviously did 11 laps on the first one and then 10 on the others.
Yeah, so down to Alex in the pits. How is the strategy looking to pan out so far for everyone? Go.
Full rundown of the grid. I'm not too sure, but yeah. Since we last spoke, Klaus van Snelheid was, I guess you could call it a slight silver lining, that he was due for his pit stop anyway, so it didn't put him out of routine too much. But even so, it's harmed him, as you can see. Felix Perez. Felix Perez made 11 laps on the first stint, but then, as you say, only 10 laps per stint since.
10 laps
further
what?
down, 10 laps per stint.
Oh, I thought you said pissed in. Oh.
Stop making fun of his accent, Bradley. That's so insensitive. Oh my gosh.
Coming from you.
Nobody understands me.
These Northerners, they have sensitive little feelings. We must cater to them.
We do. It's okay. I'm gonna go and have another beer at Chima, who have well packed up by now.
Honestly, that sounds like a bit of a shout, and I might join you afterwards, except for the fact that I'm not gonna make that joke.
Good
Thought I
call.
wanted to, but I decided I didn't. We're just gonna move on.
And let
Halverson.
Alex carry on.
Yeah, Alex, do your thing.
Yeah, we've got Halverson in the pits at the moment for a standard stop. He's been in every. Well, actually, he managed 11 laps the first 2 stints, and then 10 laps after that. So he should be okay now until the end.
I like that. Cheers, Alex. Might keep you around.
As it turned out, I'm not sure what happened with Ösberg on track, but yeah, he came in 5 laps after making his first stops on the medium, so it was obviously a bit of contact, probably with an Andromeda, I think it was.
Gross, get this guy. He pronounces the word like Dylan tried to make us pronounce it.
I tried, but
I mean, except it's wrong.
Ösberg, who is off on the ships next year.
Beef burger.
That's,
I
that'll
wonder
be
who's
interesting for him.
replacing him.
Well, I don't know. There has been absolutely... We've got a yellow flag in the middle sector.
I know who's replacing him. Well, I can't say.
Well, I know who's replacing him as well.
But you can't say.
No, I can't. As, that is Klaus van Snelheid then, being bulked by one of the North Stars. That's got to be Garcia. As up ahead, I think Ruiz is having equally as many problems with Ösberg. As, oh right, so this is on board with Johan Halvorsen then.
Like, oh, that looks like an engine failure. It's just seized up
Do you
completely.
know, I was going to say I think that might be a hydraulics fault.
And, well,
Yes,
I mean, I can
you're quite
understand
right.
from the immediate cutout, but then the way that the car started to, like,
Suspension
slide.
failure.
It's not a suspension failure, though. His engine was on fire.
No. What?
It's a good try, though.
No.
Did good, Bradley. Well done. It's just that, you know,
It was wrong, yeah, I know. But like you are most of the time.
I'm usually quite good at identifying the mechanical faults.
I meant just with like everything.
Oh, everything else, yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah. As what I'm finding really interesting here is I know they've got a little bit of traffic, but Klaus has made literally no inroads into Ruiz in this stint so far whatsoever.
No, I think he's been a bit shaken. He's panicking, he's shaking because he's going to lose his job. Anyone who gets that reference, I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, I think he might have just lost his cool a bit there, and perhaps overdriving the car now in the cockpit of that Downton, desperate to get that lead back.
We're certainly going to have a stern talking to.
If he got his head down, got past Ruiz and stretched out a gap, we've seen it before, he can pull out a gap in a stint, but it is a tall order, but right now all he's doing is costing himself a podium and costing his team the chance to clinch the title this race. Simon.
Well, with Ruiz winning, we're not going to do it. Unless Kinnaman... Hang on. If Kinnaman scored nothing, we could win it with second and third with Ruiz winning the race, but
yeah,
if Kinnaman scores any points, we can't win the title here without winning the race.
That's sad.
And in terms of the in terms of the constructor championship, I think Alex has something for us in the
You bastard! I was going to say that.
Yeah, just quickly, as it was quite obvious, the engine failure for Halverson out of, I think he was looking pretty set for points, about 10th place. That's pints and points. Probably pints afterwards. No, maybe not, he's very professional. But yeah, Meteor currently looking on course for 8 points, 10 points behind North Star in the constructors' standings, so it looks like they're going to overhaul them, doesn't it?
Oh, it certainly does, yeah. That the gap.
Perez set to make another pit stop. Actually, Ellington's going to move up another place. Yellow flag in sector 3. Who's there? I think that's the leading boys. That's the leading boys. It's the leading boys, Bradley.
It's Lucas.
It's Davenport. Davenport, after putting in another cracking performance this weekend, unfortunately has it cut short.
Oh, that's the leaders. That's Ruiz and impressively, they all managed to stand on the brakes in time. Oh no! Oh, apart from Nathaniel Powers, who has run into the back of the North Star of Gabriele Garcia, and another mistake from another Downton driver as Powers loses his front wing.
I was going to say, it's a bit harsh luck that obviously Davenport's had to park it up there. I imagine the engine might have seized quite uncontrollably like we saw before. We'll have to watch the replays, but everyone else managed to get around it. So, mind you, he was following a back marker. So, that's really unfortunate for Downton there. That, and obviously that's just closed up the gap between Klaas and Kinnaman even more. Gained him about 10 seconds. And I'm going to stop talking because I'm not helping the situation at all.
You know when Total Wolf bangs the desk?
Huh? Oh,
You know
Toto Wolf. I thought you said Total Wolf, and I'm like, what? Who's Total Wolf?
No.
I figured that one out quite quickly though, so I corrected myself. Powers down in 9th place, that's not good. Here we go. No, okay, he had plenty of time to see that. Powers then completely his own undoing, I would argue.
Likewise, Klaas.
Possibly, yes,
the
indeed.
pair of them are throwing this away.
And Klaas is still not pulling out that lap time. He's barely even. He's gained about a second over Kinnaman, but he's not going to gain enough to get in front of him. So we could actually be about to witness a Franklin 1-2. And if Klaas isn't careful, he's going to be caught out by the Mathershaw boys as well. Sorry, the DS Mathershaw Automobile boys. This. What a disappointing end to such an exciting race. Like, wanted to see them battle out for the win. Obviously, this is great news for Franklin, who are going to make leaps and bounds in the Constructors' Championship now.
I just think it's brilliant, isn't it, that, you know, Ruiz fucks it up, and not only does he take out the title rival with him, but still comes out smelling the roses because everyone else gets taken out as well. But when it happens to our guys, no, we just lose out. This is why I have a problem. This is why I have a problem with him, because he just gets away with everything.
Oh, well, I mean, the grid does hold him accountable when he does shit stuff, like...
Yeah, but nothing happens with it.
Because we don't have penalties.
People go, oh yeah, well, you know, yeah, he was a bit wrong there. Nothing happens.
We don't have penalties anymore. Because Kinnaman's lost about 7 seconds.
Yeah, he has actually, hasn't he? And Kangan's in the pits again. That'll be because he's out of sync, won't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But that puts him behind Powers. That's a place gained. Hallelujah. Never mind.
I can't. I feel bad for that.
Oh, what? Can anyone else see where this is going?
Uh-oh. I think Bradley knows what happens here.
No, Bradley doesn't, but Bradley has a very good idea. But amazingly, they didn't come together at the end of the Camel Straight, and I'm quite impressed by that.
He knows nothing. Definitely not anything about stuff. So then, Kinnaman now has to worry about keeping Simon behind. He's probably going to lose sight of that podium that he quite easily had if he didn't bin it off.
Yeah,
So,
did we actually see what happened to Kinnaman?
well, the second place. No, we did not. We saw was him drop 7 seconds to the leaders.
Impressively though, another 4 seconds or so, and Cast might actually hold on to second place here.
Yeah, very true, very true.
This is kind of it's kind of all or nothing now, isn't it? These next 3 laps, he needs to get the hammer down, and it could be second as opposed to 4th, because I don't think he's going to slot in between these two.
Not quite. It's one or the other. I will say that he's going to have to lap someone before he goes in the pits, though.
Oh, it's Nathaniel Powers down the inside of Alar Kanga at the bus stop then, and I don't think he's quite going to pull that one off in the attempt to take 8th place.
It was a bold move. Again, Powers really showing that he's hungry to make up some positions with some very aggressive driving. But oh, here we go. Kinnaman surrenders the outside line to Simon, who goes clean around him. Yeah, why? It's frustrating to watch because I've been a very vocal backer of Kinnaman for a long time, and watching him do stuff like that is very frustrating. Oh!
Yes, here we go. Nathaniel Powers through on.
Oh no.
Oh, there were yellow flags then into Lacoon.
No.
And Kanga's hit Powers, and once again, Nathaniel Powers is involved in an incident. He's parked it in the wall.
That's embarrassing. Still, at least it wasn't your lead car, hey Bradley? That didn't help.
I mean, at least that one wasn't really his fault.
Well, I mean, there's yellow flags, you don't go full power to it.
I mean, he didn't. He got hit. I've had enough with Belgium. I don't like this place anymore.
Historically, it's a good track. You enjoy it. Oh! Didn't really look like he slowed down all that much.
No, he didn't really. I think
But
we need to
would
take.
have been able to anyway.
I think we need to take Nathaniel back to basics and show him what a fucking yellow flag is.
Yeah, Kinnaman now is.
He's still in the wall. Solid
he's
effort.
vibing. He's vibing. He's just going to back it up now and make it look like an accident.
I mean, please do.
No, it's dangerous.
At this point, I couldn't give a shit.
Bradley, when things don't go his way, encourages the harm of drivers. Kidding.
By all
the way.
means.
Oh, yikes. So Powers then a lap down. Hopefully before the end of the race he's going to get out the wall, but all signs point to no. That wall is pretty interesting and he just wants to get a good look at it before he moves off so he doesn't miss a single thing. Alex, what you got for us on that wall?
Yeah, I think he's taking a look at there's a few snails on the backside of it. He might be having a look what they're up to, but no idea what's going on there.
He could even have a look, couldn't he?
In all seriousness, I've only quickly seen a replay from the back of one of the garages, but did it look like Kanga hit him? I mean, I couldn't really tell.
He did, but only after Powers had already run into Kovalenko.
I see. It was difficult to tell from where I was at, but yeah.
On the plus side, Plus is going to keep his second place.
Silver linings.
Uh-oh. I hope I haven't just jinxed it, otherwise Bradley's going to fucking kill me.
Well, we shall see. It is now a. He has got now over a 20-second gap, and one more lap in which to pull some time out. Ruiz was shite all through the first part of this race and went absolutely nowhere, and suddenly when it matters, he's pulled it out.
That's what makes a world champion.
Well, no, that was praise. Look, that's as close as he's fucking getting.
There's Kinnaman just chilling in with the back markers, struggling to overtake them because he's. I can see why those two have lost a bunch of time now, to be honest. There goes Perez up the inside, who still has to make another pit stop.
I'll tell you what though, with all of this, Lopez and Ellington are now in 6th and 7th. North Star's 5th position has gone.
Wow. Lopez is the last pit again.
Yeah, but he's still going to come out.
9.
What? 8th? He may even get.
8th.
I mean, it's going to be close with Kanga, and then he's got 4 laps to try and get past him.
Unlapping himself from. No,
he's
overtake.
just passed Timo Kinnaman.
Whoa! They've lost that much time, eh? I say, you're losing enough time, eh? Racist. Yellow flag in sector 3. Gone away. Pirelli P0 for a tyre that won't last. I thought that was quite funny. I enjoyed it.
Powers has made it back to the pits.
Hey!
Apparently he decided to leave the wall.
Found all the snails. It's done. There we go. There we go, Nathaniel, and you're going to get passed by Hunter Ryan. Ooh, is this the first time a Downton's finished behind both Ocelots?
No.
Really? That's bad.
Awesome.
I mean, considering last year they had quite a good car.
Nah, it wasn't.
I mean, it was. It won races.
There's class in the pist.
Yeah, Alex just said that.
Down to Alex.
I did.
A little bit late, he's just left the bloody pit lane!
He's gone now, I'm waving by, but yeah, it looked like Powers was not too happy with the situation when he came in alongside Kovalenko, I think.
We're not particularly happy with Powers, but there we go. Klaas van Snelheid has rejoined in 2nd place.
So give you a little wave as he went past.
I'm not sure if it was a wave or
I like that. That's funny. My friends are good at humour.
So, Ruiz then has a 20-second advantage over Klaas van Snelheid, who has retained 2nd place following his final pit stop. Adrian Simon looks as though he's going to pick up a rather surprise podium in 3rd place.
Yeah, he's another one of those that is. I mean, he capitalised on the misfortunes of others' last race as well. He's done a good job.
I tell you what, though, although he has picked up a rather unexpected podium, Adrian Simon, if it finishes as it is, will still be eliminated from championship contention.
Oh no, I'm sure he will be devastated.
Well, I mean, you know, it's probably a bit of a shame.
He's done a good job to stay within contention this far.
Absolutely.
So this must surely hand the lead of the championship to Enrique Ruiz now.
Oh, by a country mile.
Oh yeah, Klaas is still a good 15 points back, isn't he? No, that's not too bad, but it'll be obviously a lot further back after that. Well, 16 to be precise.
Is Klaas 9 behind Ruiz, Alex?
yeah, now he is, yeah.
Oh, now he's 9 behind Ruiz.
As things stand, yeah.
That's not miles.
No, that's not too bad.
But he will need 2 races to beat it, you'd imagine.
Yeah.
Unless Ruiz.
Well, it's a good job there's 2 races left.
And how many points behind is Powers after this, as it stands?
Miles.
Powers is 20 points behind Enrique Ruiz.
Not undoable, but difficult for sure. Tall order.
I mean, to be fair, he was further behind last year.
Here we go, we're going to see a cracking fight between Lopez and Perez in the last few laps. Lopez, there's no gap there, don't go for it. Here we go, Perez looking a bit unsteady through Eau Rouge and Bradion, and now he's got a fantastic run up down the Camel Straight.
Yeah, Lopez is going to have the warmer tyres as well, so surely he'll have the grip here, but Perez absolutely holding the outside line, not letting Lopez have a sniff of it at all.
Well, I think he gave him a good sniff of something, Bradley.
What will be interesting to see whether these two can make any inroads into Alar Kanga. They're only 1.5 seconds back from it.
Well, it depends. If they battle, then they will. But if they do, if they battle, then they won't. But if they don't, then they will. Does that make sense?
I mean, not really, but alright. Ellington's
they
only
battle
2
each
seconds
other,
up the
they
road as well.
won't
I know what
catch
you
a la
meant. You're just
Badger.
confusing.
He's kind of similar to Hugh Jackman in a way.
Who is?
Hugh Jackman.
I mean, Hugh Jackman is very similar to Hugh Jackman, yes. I'd almost say he's like the same person.
Like, but not quite.
Well,
It's a simile, a metaphor.
oh look,
Class.
fastest lap.
Yeah, he beats his previous one by about less than a tenth.
Can we have a point for that?
What was that, Alex? Alex had something for us. Alex, speak the words you were about to utter.
I'm not really sure. Too many beers have been consumed now. Diego Campos is giving out free San Miguel's and everybody's just chanting about Spencer James. It's a bit mad down here.
Spencer.
Right,
Oh,
Brad,
maybe I
don't be
should put him in the car.
No, it's all about Jamie Taylor. It's not the right person. James Thompson.
What? Oh no. No.
JT, big JT.
The absolute legend who may make
Man,
it.
the myth, the homeowner.
As on board then with Felix Preston, he is indeed right up the rear wing.
Their
of
human centipede.
Anna
proudly
Kanga.
staying.
But
And
no,
Ellington
Kanga defends
said,
really quite well there. Meanwhile, up in front, Ellington is stuck in amongst traffic. These four are going to be absolutely no doubt on the line then. Although Louise? Who is Louise?
My dad.
Lopez hasn't really gone with Perez.
Oh, there goes Kanga. That was a very nice little lap.
Yeah, Kanga lapping Garcia beautifully there.
Around the corner with no name, down
Yes.
as the poo.
The Brazilian
Oh.
now lets. No, he doesn't. Never mind.
I was just about to say about the Ellington thing. Oh, up ahead of you, see Ellington.
Oh,
Like,
that's Kanga. Kanga's. Oh dear.
Kanga's a nonce. No, that's.
Ala Kanga then has got tangled up with. I'm not sure if that's Hoskins or De La Fuente. I think that's Rodolfo De La Fuente, and that has allowed both Perez and Lopez through.
Hurt my hand, apparently.
Well, that's your own fault.
Banging the desk. Somehow, miraculously, it's come back to haunt me.
I'm
My
so
hand.
surprised.
You're a dick.
Can I just point out
No.
Ingram?
Oh yeah. Wait. Oh. Who does that put them past? Anyone?
No, but they're 9th and 10th.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Well, that's kind of like their thing, isn't it?
Their favourite position.
Exactly.
You want to know my favourite position?
No, no one does.
Oh,
6th and 9th.
that is correct. It's like the sex number.
Don't encourage him, Alex. As
I think you got it. Do you want me to take it?
no, no. Enrique Ruiz then, as well, he struggled in the opening laps, but has really picked up since then, and has really picked up the pieces where the two Downton drivers both fell apart. Spa-Francorchamps and Nathaniel Powers, both with numerous errors during this race, and they've really handed this one. Enrique Ruiz around the bus stop for the final time, crosses the line, and Enrique Ruiz wins in Belgium to take the championship lead with 2 rounds to go and deny Downton the Constructors' Championship, at least here. Klaas van Snelheid, following that error while comfortably leading for what should have been a 3rd straight victory here in Belgium, recovers to 2nd place. It's not as bad as it could have been, but it's also not as good. Adrian Simon then completes the podium in 3rd place, so 2nd time on the roster in 2 races. Solid effort there from the Frenchman. Timo Kinnaman 4th, and well, I mean that was about as bad a race as Klaas, to be fair.
I wouldn't go that far. He didn't throw away a race win.
Well, no, this is true. Lewis Ellington takes 5th place, and that alone is enough then to move Meteor past North Star in the Constructors' Championship. Perez is going to finish 6th ahead of Lopez. Alarcanga 8th, having lost or thrown away 2 positions on the final lap there. Well, not quite the final lap, the penultimate lap, sorry. And Matson and Vasquez are rounding out the points finishers for Ingram. But yeah, with Nathaniel Powers there and his 2 late incidents failing to score, Ruiz takes the win, and well, that's huge in the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah, big upset that we didn't see coming, actually.
No, it was all going so well early on.
Yeah, I mean, you were in a position to win the Constructors' Championship about 20 laps, probably about 15 laps ago.
Yeah.
Maybe even 10. But now, obviously, that's not transpired.
No.
What's interesting as well is I think all the strategies were very well matched today, and with the exception of the...
I think the extras only really worked in traffic, in clear air, sorry.
Yeah, true, I'll give you that.
But yeah, it was Enrique Ruiz then, on his soft tyres, picking up the pieces where others fell down, and Ruiz wins the 2019 Belgian V-Prix. So then, the official classification shows that Enrique Ruiz breaks the deadlock and becomes the first driver to win 5 races this season, picking up the pieces where the Downton drivers fell apart. Klaas van Snelheid recovered to 2nd place then as Adrian Simon completes the podium in 3rd, but they're down there in 16th. Nathaniel Powers, after a really disappointing race. Some notable retirements. Sergio Alvarez for Phoenix, not going to help them out whatsoever in the championship. And well, in the drivers then, that means Enrique Ruiz leaps to the top of the standings then. He is 9 points clear of Klaas van Snelheid. Nathaniel Powers is now 20 back in 3rd with 2 races left. He has it absolutely all to do. Adrian Simon is officially knocked out of title contention, so it is between the big 3, the 3 that it's been between pretty much all season then. Jean Matson moves past his teammate as well, as Puccio Giordano goes ahead of Will Hoskins, lower down. And in the Constructors' Championship then, Downton are now just 59 points clear of Franklin with 2 races to go. And Meteor have moved past North Star already for 5th. They are 6 points clear first, the first team confirmed in 4th place. Well, that's all from our race here today in Belgium. So from me, Lily and Alex, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for round 16 from Mexico City, Mexico.